Mafia Island. Lying off the coast of Tanzania, it is a place often described as a paradise. It is a place filled with lush green jungle, stunning beaches, steeped with ancient history. It also contains rare and exotic wildlife and marine animals. The island is home to some 45,000 people. Life is very simple here, with most people living in jungle villages, living off the land on whatever they can find. The only town has just one road running down it, with just a few shops dotted along it. The people are friendly and welcoming, yet for all this, life here is a struggle for many.
Mafia is an island which is secluded away from mainland Tanzania, hence logistically it's very difficult to create an infrastructure.
The people of Mafia live a desperate life of struggle, trying to earn what little money the island has to offer and struggling to be able to help themselves.
People don't always have access to health facilities. They don't have any dispensaries, any clinics. They have one hospital in the capital, which can be up to 2 hours away.
The big problem, people are dying from malaria.
So we hope that after starting them anti-malaria, I hope the survival chance is almost 75% after.
So at the moment you say it's 50-50?
It's 50-50.
They don't have many school facilities. They get very basic education. There's no prospect of success.
We have a shortage of teachers. We have shortage of teachers, but also a shortage of teaching facilities.
And these just leads to a cycle of them living the same life over and over and over again without the opportunities to move out of that shell and create a more prosperous Mafia. Mission to Mafia is a project that's been designed by Islamic Help to give young people or volunteers from the UK an opportunity to volunteer abroad and help deliver some of the key strategic plans or targets of Islamic Help within Tanzania. One of the key aims this time was sustainability, that we're not here to give handouts, we're here to give hand-ups. And that's a hand-up not only to locals, but to themselves.
Now, 21 new volunteers will be raising money and going back to Mafia to continue the work Islamic Help started last year. Islamic Help volunteers gather for their first meeting.
Welcome everybody and thank you for taking out time for a little meet today.
The idea behind it is that volunteers have a kind of a full spectrum experience of the humanitarian work that they do.
Just briefly going through what everybody's tasks are.
I'm really excited now, I really am. I've been really nervous, really scared, really anxious, I think, some of the times, but like it's so close now.
The work you're going to be doing now is short-term work, but before you leave, have identified all the long-term needs.
Yeah, I would say I'm really excited about it. I'm not nervous, just because I do feel quite passionate about going out and helping them.
Malaria is a killer. To them, it's a everyday thing now. People die of malaria, they get used to it, but we shouldn't.
I'm really excited to be involved in the project. Obviously it was something new for me, it's quite a big challenge as well.
You know, everyone will have different emotions every single day. They'll be good, they'll be bad.
There's a fundraising target which they have to hit before they go out, and then they have to organise events in order to hit these targets. Some of them have organised sponsored walks, sponsored bike rides, street collections, family fun day events, parachute jumps, you name it, they've done it.
Please put your hands in your pockets. One sister here has donated £2,000.
just generating as much money as they can for this cause, which they will spend themselves when they go out there in Africa.
Can you guys give me an update?
The teams gather to discuss the plan for Mafia Island. This is the malaria team. They aim to deliver mosquito nets and to educate the locals on the dangers of the disease.
We're going to distribute ITNs, which are insecticide-treated nets, and they're highly recognised for their ability in preventing mosquitoes from biting individuals and causing malaria.
The good thing is you guys have gone for the two most simple, basic, yet the most effective forms of malaria prevention.
First of all, I'll just give you an outline.
The orphans team will head into Tanzania's capital, Dar es Salaam, to help out with the orphanages that Islamic Help sponsor.
It's going to be tough because they are orphans, and with the language barrier as well.
It's very important that when you leave a little legacy behind.
The Livelihood team intend to set up 3 businesses for the locals: a chicken farm, some fishing and a rickshaw service.
It's been a struggle, it's been a great struggle, I think particularly for my team, because there's been a lot of disagreements.
It's not like you're making a wrong decision, it's just a decision that we're going to have to face. So.
Finally, the schools team are going out there to work with the schools, delivering teaching equipment and finding out how they can help long term.
But what you teach, those teachers will stick with them for life.
I think the main issue is going to be the language, but it will be a barrier, but I don't think it's going to stop learning and teaching, because I think learning and teaching is a universal skill.
Any other questions? I think you guys are pretty much sorted.
I'm expecting it to be an emotional kind of roller coaster.
This is like a whole new dimension to myself. Going out and humanitarian work is something to be really proud of.
I'm hoping to grow as a person as well.
It's likely to be very overwhelming.
So even though we won't be able to go in the one-time cure, they're at least setting something in motion that's going to help them overcome malaria in the coming years.
I just want to experience the day in the life of people who do this.
There's always going to be challenges that you're going to have to face, issues arising that are out of your hands. So it's going to be really thinking outside of the box.
I really, really hope our projects work out. I'd be really, really upset if they didn't.
That's ultimately what we want to do, just make them happy.
The team arrive in Dar es Salaam, ready to take the final flight over to Mafia Island. After months of planning, fundraising, working hard, the team finally arrive in Mafia, ready to achieve their goals.
The first one that we worked on when we got here was a chicken farm. That was to provide a business and a better life to a family.
The Livelihood team start by delivering 200 chicks to a newly built chicken farm.
The hut in general, it looks pretty good. They're just finalising the plaster on the outside, but generally it's a very good sized hut and it's good for expanding, like the more chickens we want.
Well, basically it's going to be housing 200 chickens, and these are going to be egg-laying chickens.
We all just happened to decide on this one man, and he lives with 9 children and his wife.
He seemed like a very nice guy and he's got a beautiful family and everything, and he's happy, he's overjoyed that we chose him about it. I think we made the right decision by choosing him. Chicks ain't been fed for 3 days, and the third day is a crucial day. We have to feed them. We have to provide them with water and chicken feed.
Chickens look hungry. They want to get out and run about. So we need to get this done soon. I'm worried for the chickens.
The highlight of today has got to be when we release the chickens.
With everything prepared, the team unleashed the chickens.
It's difficult not to step on them. They're so small that, like,
we need to make sure that we don't step on any.
was hoping that they survived this day. I think he's analysing the situation by the look on his face now, but I think he must feel really happy.
What we expected before we came was exactly the same as last year. We expected to park up and hundreds of people to come running at us, grabbing nets from our hands. And we were told we need to make a database as well, so we kept thinking, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this?
The malaria team get themselves started on Boeju, a small island off the coast of Mafia.
We need to set up somewhere, and people need to come to us to collect. It's a decision you guys need to make, but the call and decision is totally yours.
So we start it off, and then they have a template of what we were working on, and they can carry on when we're gone, because it won't take us that long to do. Basically, when someone comes, the idea is that they're going to queue up in front of me, or they're going to queue up in front of Anam, right? From that, we're just going to give them 2 nets, and they're going to take the nets out, get the leaflet, give it to them. Whilst Al-Kib and Abdul, they're going to be set up there, and they're going to have the ITNs out, and what they're going to do is just show them how to use them. Okay? Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Our team's plan was basically to give out, we were going to go to 7 different islands or villages to give out mosquito nets. We were going to give 2 per household on that island, and also we were going to give an information booklet that tells them like natural ways you can prevent malaria, like rubbing lemongrass on yourself.
While the team distribute mosquito nets, they are also educating the locals on how to use them and advice on how to avoid malaria with demonstrations and leaflets.
You know, people, they know about nets. When they're born, they hear, or they grow, they hear about nets. But some of them, they never take one of the money to go and buy a net. They take it like it's something, but not for them. Islamic Help is a big message in Ireland, I can say. It is big help. It is big help than giving them some money. All of the village will be here now because they want to be away from the problem and they need it. It's like a diamond falling from the sky to someone. That is the big thing, I can say.
A lot of people, after they took the nets, smiling at us, saying thank you very much, shaking their hands, taking pictures with us. So I think, yeah, we've done a great job here. And hopefully tomorrow everyone should have the nets. It makes you feel a bit emotional, but then again, it makes you feel a much better person because I've saved someone's life here.
Some of our volunteers spent time in schools. They identified 4 or 5 schools that they had done their research on.
I think the limitations here is that they don't have enough teachers. And that's obviously key for education or for children to excel in their learning. Here, it just seems like no one's sort of like providing for each other, no one's giving that support to the teachers. They're just kind of thrown in the deep end and they just have to go ahead and teach.
The education team start by going to visit the education officer for the island to find out problems with the local schools.
We're from Islamic Help. This is the education team.
Thank you very much for just visiting our schools. One of the challenges is those teaching materials. For instance, the books and the other equipments which are used by the students. Teacher-pupil ratio. 1 teacher for 40 students.
Yeah.
Now, if you compare the number of the students which we have in Mafia district and the number of teachers, we are not lacking these 20.
I actually disagree with what the minister was saying. You know, he was saying that they only need 10 teachers to, you know, for the Mafia district. Only in one school they only had 3 to 4 teachers, but there's 265 students, and you can imagine that school itself needs 10 teachers.
The team go to visit some of the schools to find out what the reality is actually like.
We are all happy to see you too. All of you? We are happy to see you today.
We saw the classrooms. There was no books anywhere to be seen. It was very, 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 very basic.
The team head for the main school in the village of Banja to find out the problems they have there.
We have 209 students.
And how many teachers?
209 students. We have only 6 teachers.
6 teachers.
Only 6 teachers.
The education officer said to us yesterday in the meeting that they have 205 teachers in the Mafia district and they need 215. So they said that they need only 10 more teachers. Do you think that's true?
I don't know that data, you know, but the reality is I think more than 10 teachers are needed. I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
What are the basic of his data?
Yeah.
We need about 10 teachers.
There you go. Yeah.
At least to fulfill our needs. According to this MV 2011, we could have a lot of facilities, computer and whatever, but you don't use it, so they get unfair education. That is absolutely true.
Well, the Orphans Project is something that's always been close to my heart, so it's meant a hell of a lot to me to be able to be a part of it. It exceeded my expectations. It's far greater and more moving and more touching than I ever thought it would be.
Well, today we've just arrived a couple of hours ago, and now we're going to start like the sports day event. They've sung us some beautiful Swahili songs this morning, and we've been doing a few games inside, but they are so amazing, and you'll see it today. They're so amazing.
Green team. Yeah, we're doing a sports day for Kisani, so we're just splitting them up into 3 teams, and we're going to have different events, 9 events in total. So the first, as you see, set up is a basketball court.
I'm really excited actually, because it's our first sports day.
No!
Oh, yeah, let me throw it. I can do it better than that.
The shame, the complete shame.
The orphans of Hassani lead a very difficult life, with only each other and the camp's leaders, known as mamas, to look out for them. The orphans team aim to give these children some happy memories of their youth.
Short term, I'm hoping we've got a bit of happiness to them, as you can hear. And long term, I'm hoping we can progress with these children and do more for them. We've seen a lot from these children. We've seen the younger ones who just need love and attention. They get that here, they get the love and they get the care. But the older ones that get to an age and there's nothing for them, they've either finished education, there's no funding for further education, or there's no jobs. So it'd be really nice to do something for them so that they've got something to go and provide for themselves and be a bit more independent. Well, this has been the best thing so far. It's just been amazing. We've had the space, we've been able to bring the whole group together, and they're very outgoing, very confident children.
Huh? Cheka! Cheka for the camera! Cheka means smile.
Malaria on the island is a big problem. There's many people on the island dying of malaria, and there's a lot more suffering from malaria.
Malaria is the disease which is caused by female Anopheles mosquito, and it's the leading cause of morbidity and mortality.
We're going to go see a hospital first in Kilindoni, which is the main capital of Mafia Island. We're going to go just see how they deal with malaria and how they treat malaria.
The malaria team go to visit the only hospital on the island in the main town of Kilindoni to find out about the effects of malaria.
We have other problems, of course, but we are worried with malaria. Malaria is one that's killing people immediately. So when compared to other problems like HIV, HIV doesn't kill the patient immediately. It's a chronic problem, but malaria is an acute problem. So we are worried of malaria rather than other problems.
Yesterday.
Yeah. This is one example of where a child suffering from malaria was admitted yesterday. It's all 8 months old. Yeah. If you diagnose early and you treat it according to the guidelines, the patient gets cured within 3-4 days, and then the patient is 100% cured.
It's very sad to see the kids suffering from malaria, especially for those with the severe malaria. Yeah, they maybe if they delay in treatment, they may end up with the permanent brain damage.
40% of the patients that are brought in are children, and to kind of realise that children that are affected the most, it's quite tragic.
Can you imagine for a mother to have a child and find out that her child's got malaria, having to bring them in the hospital? A simple net provided to that mother for her child could have prevented that child from being ill. And we found out that if someone comes in with severe malaria, and for them to stay a week in this hospital, it just costs 20,000 shillings. Now for the people here it's a lot, but for us that comes down to £10. It's really upsetting, really upsetting. It's hard to get your head around it.
The intentions behind the fishing project was to provide new nets to people on an island called Bajou.
The Livelihood team go to Bajou in order to provide them with new fishing nets.
It's a very difficult life for the people of Bajou to live here. It's a small island off Mafia Island, so it's there's a lot of difficulty in getting resources, getting the things that you need to survive.
Being an island, the community depend on fishing. The team hand out nets to a few families, knowing they'll help the entire community.
Just like a day excited, like the meeting we've got and how all the locals have come to look. It's like we're helping a whole community, so it's like not just like 10 people, it's like helping a whole village.
And when we gave them the fishing nets, it was a group of 10 people that the fishing nets were given to. No one was upset that they didn't get it because everybody came and helped when they were assembling them, and it just put a smile to my face.
I think basically you attach the buoys to the nets either side, and the rope's attached around the whole net itself. Then they just throw the net into the sea, and it's linked between two boats, and then it catches the fish.
I was really excited to go onto the boat. It was set off in the just before sunrise.
The team head out on the boats with the fishermen to help out with their new nets.
They are all fishermen, but they had very poor nets, so it's something that they really needed. The main food is fish, so it was really important they had fish nets.
Our original plans were to distribute all the resources like stationery, textbooks, math sets, and also exercise books, and also to play some interactive activities.
The schools team head for a school on the island of Jabando.
Arrived in Jabando school, and we're just waiting on the go-ahead to give out the equipment.
While they plan some games for the children, they run into some problems while handing out some balloons.
We didn't have any resources apart from just balloons, and it was just a split sort of idea where we thought, why not sort of distribute balloons? We didn't have enough to go around.
And we all just looked at each other and thought, okay, this is really bad. They've got the hands up, but we got nothing to give them.
They're quite pressured, they felt quite nervous in what they could do, how they're going to go about it and what they can do. How many have you got left?
There's none left, 2 left.
Okay.
That's all we've got.
What do you think the best thing to do, because you got it lined up? They haven't had much time as they wanted in the schools, what they can do. The better thing to do is think of the things that they can do while they're here.
Should we get them in a circle? Yeah,
The children get in a circle, ready to impress the team with a song of thanks for them.
I thoroughly enjoy the activities with the kids because, they seemed they seemed focused. They wanted to do it, and you can see that from their facial expressions.
Still our community is still on local beliefs. If they see a kid is sick, they just bring it to traditional healers. So we're trying to educate people. If you see the kid is sick, you just come to hospital as early as possible.
An important element of the malaria team's work is to educate the locals to use the nets to protect themselves.
We were expecting a small number of village families, but it turns out there's 250 families here. But fortunately for us, they're quite well organised, so they all came to receive the nets. They've been sat here waiting for us. So we did one large demonstration on how to use the nets for them, and now we're just handing out nets to them all.
They be waiting here for hours and hours for a net, so then we have to be patient with them as well, so we can't, like, you know, try and hurry things up. So I think being patient is being challenging, but it's something that we've learned to adapt to.
The demonstrations are quite good because the key point there is that you have to use the nets every night. They're there for a reason, they're a prevention method. I think that's what we're trying to drill home with everyone, how important it is that they use the nets.
The mosquito net is not a cure for malaria, but it will prevent the mosquito from biting you so you don't get the disease.
While there, the team gathered some information about locals' experiences with malaria.
Have they ever experienced death because of someone that they know has died from malaria? Can you ask them?
Sikilizeni kidogo.
Kweli?
Yeah, she has. Yes. So every week we go to hospital malaria.
So every week they go to the hospital?
Yeah, for malaria.
For malaria.
We've just been talking to the local people who've been waiting for the malaria nets, and we asked the question, like, apart from malaria, if there's any other problems that they face in their daily lives, and the woman just replied by saying no.
Yes, they're not complaining at all, which just shows that they're really, really strong people, and they're very brave.
A lot of the people there, a lot of really poor people, only have casual work. So they wake up one morning, they'll go and find out they can rent a rickshaw. If they can't, then that's their day gone. So they'll have to go home and tell their family that I didn't find any work today and we don't really have much to live on.
The Livelihood team prepare for their final mission to give some locals a chance to set up their own rickshaw service. They start by testing out the vehicles.
The intentions behind the rickshaw was to help poor people to earn a living. If we continue to set up livelihood projects in Mafia Island, it will definitely boost the economy. It will get a lot of people who've not done anything for their whole lives to actually make an honest living and be proud of themselves and feed their families.
They're projected that they're going to make about 20,000. That's the lowest in a day between the three, and that's a really high income for the locals around here.
The schools team arrive on the island of Banja. There are 2 schools here, so they prepare for a large-scale distribution.
And if we should call the Banja students to come here as well, so we make a mega distribution and just finish all
that'll be a lot better.
Yeah?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, look at the children.
They're all running.
Coming, they know.
The team meet and greet the excited children as they lend a hand bringing the equipment up the beach.
We've got school bags for the kids. We've got basic school necessities like sharpeners, pencils, rubbers, mat sets.
The children wait patiently for their important school supplies while the team set themselves up.
Sharpeners. Guys, whatever you need, man.
The children sing a thank you song to the team, showing their gratefulness for the supplies.
Nitasoma? Ndio. Mjitahidi msome? Sawa. They said they're very happy, very, very, very happy. They're going to use them in school. I asked them if they're going to study in school. They have all this, they have to study. They said yes, so they are going to study. It's going to be very useful. They're very happy.
The malaria team have one more drop-off on the island of Chirley. After giving out the nets and performing the demonstrations, the children have a poignant song for the team to reflect on.
It gave me goosebumps. Firstly, when I heard it, it was beautiful, the song was, and I thought it had a beautiful meaning.
The people which sing the song, we say, will be hard for the malaria. All the people now just take care about the malaria. On the bed, on the sky, you want to fly. We say, oh, it's all the people for the heading for the malaria. And the other ocean, the fish, you're sleeping, we say, oh, it's all the people for the malaria. So all the world now just talking about malaria. Malaria is bad disease. You're killing the people, killing the child. If there's not protecting them, the people will be going to die for the malaria. So we'll be happy to come them to help them for malaria, to give them the net, all the things protecting them. So you're welcome there to come the team to take care about that, the kids. So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. And kids that age, they really shouldn't have to deal with something like this, really. And for them to know it's killing them, and at that age.
You expect kids at school to sing about Jack and Jill or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, not about a disease that's killing their people.
Thank you very much. So please let everyone know how to use it. Okay.
It's definitely a feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment where I feel glad that finally they are going to have some help.
Some of the children were saying that it was the best day of their lives, that no one's given them this kind of attention and love before. That to me was like, this is exactly why we're doing this.
The orphans team wrap up the day by giving out presents to the children while saying an emotional goodbye.
Within the orphanage, you get here and they're all so happy to see you when you first come, and you have such a great time all day, and then you leave them, and either you leave them with very little, so you feel like you haven't done enough.
The people over here, all of the people, the children, this mother who are taking care of these children, they are very happy. As you can see, yeah, they enjoy a lot.
It was really, really emotional, I'd say. Really special day. It's one of the days that will stick out in my mind for a very, very long time.
It's the big moment for the Livelihood team. They must interview 6 locals who each want a rickshaw, but only 4 of them can get it.
We had to interview 6 people, we can only choose 4. So we split them up into 2 groups. They all needed that chance. And we had to tell one from each group that they didn't get a rickshaw.
Rejecting someone, I've been in worse situations. I'm a midwife, and I've delivered babies who have been stillborn and stuff like that. So I've taken my experiences there and I'm going to try and implement it here and try not to be too emotional when I do it.
Oh, this is going to be hard, man.
The team question their current situations and find the most suitable candidate, but it's not as easy as they thought.
I've got this scared feeling in my heart. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard.
What are the struggles he faces during his daily life?
Why should we give him the rickshaw and not the others? The questions I ask him are a bit harsh, but it really needed to be answered.
His parents are separated, they're divorced, and his father has remarried. His father had passed away in 1998. We start counting problems, there are lots of them, but just to be simple, it's that I don't have a job, there is no income. They've managed so far to survive, but then they're not in a state to say that they're living a life. He said, where is the life to get married? There is no life to get married. He's requesting you all to please, please, please help him so that he is able to support his family.
Basically, I think it's probably going to be one of the hardest decisions. This is probably the hardest moment of the whole journey.
We really need our help. And it's going to be difficult to make a decision. They're just basically living, they're not living a quality of life, they're just surviving life. And we need to help them to be able to live a life and to support families.
The team prepare for their final decision.
All the people that we interviewed today, they need this job.
The fact that they said that they don't have a wife who asked them, are you planning to get married? They're like, how can we? We don't have the life to get married. And that's what really made me upset.
You know, if you looked at their face, it's just like this.
I feel sorry for them all. So I'm thinking, how am I going to make this decision?
What do you think?
These guys have been waiting in anticipation all a month. And one of them is going to be seriously down after this.
If you could
help them all, you would. And it's not an easy decision to make.
You've made the decision. Now we're going to have to come on these guys.
I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. But I don't know. I kind of stayed strong when we were telling him.
The losing candidates are called over and the emotions start to get to the team.
I looked at him in the face and I just read his expression and answered his expression. And I said what came from the heart. It didn't really come from the mind. It came from my heart. He's got a lot to look forward to in his life because he's young. He's still young.
He was so dignified and he said, thank you for the opportunity and I'm hoping something will come up. And it just made me think these people are so amazing because they don't let things knock them down because they know they have to work for it and they know that something will come up.
Explain to him. Extremely sorry. He never chose it.
Say next year probably would consider him, but not this time. Because the other people, we felt like they were more committed on it.
Come, guys, come here, Mafia, come here, you're a strong woman, come on.
It just makes me feel more determined to do more because he didn't get it. I feel like I'm going to go back and probably try and raise more money just to get the 2 people that didn't get it, just to get them another rickshaw.
Like, what I'm feeling is nothing compared to what they go through on a daily basis. So what I'm feeling is nothing compared to anything that they've ever been through. That's not bad.
I admire his strength and of people of this island.
With the hard part over, it's time to give the others the good news.
Yes, what do you have to say for the people who are remaining?
This has been like the hardest decision that personally I've had to ever make in my whole life.
We've chosen them, and we just hope that it helps them a lot, and that they do take this opportunity and use it as much as they can.
So now I'm going to give you the good news. So I expect you guys to just go close to them, the guys, to hug them and give them a hand. Yeah? I want to see smiling faces, please.
They all seemed happy and excited about doing the job, and they seem like a good bunch of people, and I think we made the right choice.
It's not about the quantity of your living, it's about the quality of your living. Because these people are craving for something to live off, to live their lives on, to feed their families.
Tunawaomba muwe pamoja na wenzenu, watajisikia vibaya sana nyinyi mmechaguliwa, wao wamewekwa pembeni. I'm telling them that now that they've got it, they should be happy. They should be happy about it because it's really going to help them in their lives. But those people there, they are very sad. They are very sad that they've missed this opportunity. They are very sad. It has hurt them. But this is the time. Now that they've got this, they are supposed to help them. We are supposed to support them as well. Inshallah, they should work together to support Mafia, to support Tanzania, to support Islamic Help's work in Mafia and wherever possible.
Coming here, you can fundraise, you can do anything else, but until you see, you don't really know how much help these people need.
And what I think is, it comes down to that these people can give us more than we can give them ever.
But we don't want it to stop there. We don't want it just to be for one day. We want it to be a long-term thing.
Just knowing that all those months of hard work, raising money for this, just to see that smile it was 100% worth it, 100%.
The way I'm seeing these children, they are very excited. Look at their faces. I'm so happy, I'm so happy.
The next day we went and he'd set it all up. We were really pleased, and it kind of reassured us that, he can do it. And I think it made him believe in himself as well.
Say thanks for us.
He seemed over the moon, and that's what we wanted, just to see someone genuinely smile.
For me, that was kind of why I'm here, to leave them with memories. Perhaps they'll remember me in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, who knows?
What they don't realise is that they've done so much more for us because we have an emptiness that they have filled. And so walking away from that tight bond that's formed so quickly is so difficult.
Through dealing with malaria, they've told us that the figures of deaths in malaria between 2005 and 2010 have decreased.
So it wasn't just here, have a nap. It was not just save yourself, but save your generation.
If we can carry on this positive, keep going, eradicating malaria, bringing it down the list of top 10, then hopefully one day eradicate malaria as a whole. I believe we can do that. It takes time, but it can be done.
It's not just that one person that help him, because they can go on and help other people. Islamic Help put an amazing project together, and everyone has got something from it. And it just shows you that the world is not all doom and gloom. there's hope out there.
Oh, volunteers have been absolutely phenomenal. The passion, the drive, the will.
I don't want to say this is the end. I want to go back and draw up some plans and work towards it. And I do feel there is going to be progression.
To see the journey that we've all been on, that to me has really shown how 3 or 4 days can make such a great impact, such a massive difference.
It's something that will stay with me forever. Really, really honoured to have experienced.
I came here to make a difference, yet I feel like the people of Mafia made a difference in my life.
Islamic Help for me is the only charity that will send young volunteers, aspiring volunteers, and give them that chance. All the people here, they grab that chance with 2 hands, and I really got to thank Islamic Help for that, because this trip was life-changing.
People go through journeys in life, and a journey in life is a very personal thing. I think many of these young people who came here, I really don't think they knew what to expect. Spiritually, mentally, physically, it's hit them hard. I'm very positive that Mafia Island, Islamic Help will have a great impact. So if you're asking, is this a success, is Mission to Mafia a success? Damn right it is.
Hopefully it will start off with something good for Mafia Island, something great. A nice bright future.
Teacher,